Hey everyone, welcome to a new video here at Sublime Traders. I'm Logical Orange, and in this video we are going to talk about AXS. So AXS is the governance token of AXIE Infinity, which is a blockchain NFT game that has a lot of interesting variables that can help the price go up in the medium to long term. So I took it upon myself to take a deep dive into the project and understand more, because I wanted to know why the price has exploded over the last 2 months. So without further ado guys, we are going to take a deep dive into AXIE Infinity. So starting off guys, well, these are the two main charts that are correlated and tied to AXIE Infinity. So on the left side we have AXS, which is the governance token that really spiked my interest. Well, right here on the 28th of June we have started a rally. It was, after some research, I found that it was tied to an announcement that the team managing AXS has made a very big improvement on the fees concerning transfers between MetaMask and Ronin. So the Ronin wallet, which is their proprietary wallet, more or less like MetaMask. The only difference being that you can buy Ethereum or wrapped Ethereum directly into their wallet through a third-party app. But the spike really started here around the 28th of June and July, so the beginning of the month. And well, since then guys, we have been pumping and pumping, a small retrace of course, but look at the price. We don't have any other asset that has a good project with this type of chart right now. So this is why I really wanted to take some time and research what is happening with this asset. Why is it pumping? So this is only for my personal understanding, and in this video I share what I found. So on the right side we have SLP. SLP is short for small love potion, which is a token also based on the Ethereum network like AXS, and that is also a currency that we will use in game for multiple things. For now we can use it for breeding meaning that you can combine multiple axes, two axes, and you have a baby, and the cost for breeding them is SLP and AXS. So AXS being their fee, so their platform fee is kind of high at the moment in my opinion, being that the price of an AXS token is almost $50, and the cost for breeding to axes, virgin axes, we will talk about virgin and non-virgin axes after, is 300 SLPs, so 300 times 0.28 at the moment, plus 4 AXS. So the cost of breeding is around $200, and the cost of axes is of course much more. We will take a look at the marketplace, and I will show you how you can filter out your axes. But I just wanted to start with these two charts that are directly influenced by the market, the in-game market, and what happens in-game. I also wanted to show you the holders that are currently having SLP, so simple small love potion in their wallets. So we are around 50k users at the moment, and the price is already reacting a lot. Imagine guys, just imagine that this game will get to a scale that nears Candy Crush or Clash of Clans or any other mobile game that I really don't know anything about. Imagine this, and imagine the projection in the economy. So the projection is absolutely insane. The difference with this game is that people are playing to win. So there are several concepts in gaming. One is pay to win. So you pay to have some benefits in game, and gamers don't really like it. And this game has an aspect that is called play to win. So you play and you win SLP. So you can acquire SLP in two manners. Either you buy it from Binance or Uniswap or any other platform that allows it, or you farm in game and you gain SLP. So SLP, as I said, is used in breeding, but can also be sold directly onto the market. So the concept is really, really interesting. So now we are moving into the subject in depth. And before you start doing anything related to AXIE Infinity, I highly advise that you get these two resources that you will use in order to check out stats and what is best, because in the beginning, frankly, there is so much information that you can't really assess which is good, which is not good, what is the best approach for you. So I really think that getting these two resources is a must in the beginning. The first one is axie.zone, which is a site that really helps you find and create and understand better the whole concept of building your team, of breeding, and everything Axie Infinity related. The second one is a Chrome extension, which is very popular, and that helps you show the genes, because the Axies have genes, have 3 rows of genes in your web page. So the extension name is Freaks Axie extension. That will show you exactly how it works once we go into the marketplace. And as I said, Axie Zone with a lot of tools, breeding simulator, Axie builder, a lot of interesting stuff. So now going a step back, explaining what is Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity is what seems to be a trading card game similar to Hearthstone, for those that know it, and it's turn-based. I'm sorry, I'm not really an expert in these types of games, but I'm trying to explain my findings so that you can project them into the charts. Finally, this is the final destination of this video. So going back, we have Axies. Axies are the characters that are in this game. So there were a total of 4,000 and something generated by the developers at the beginning of the project. These are called Origin Axies, and those Axies really cost like $200,000-$300,000 right now. It is insane. You cannot really find them, and if you want to buy one, I heard that people are brokering buys and sells for these types of assets, similar to buying and selling real estate. So yeah, guys, this is happening for these little pixels, creatures that we see on the screen, which is frankly mind-blowing. So Origins, we know what they are, and since then players have been creating Axies, breeding them, multiplying them, and now we can choose the Axie team we want. Every team in game has three Axies, and each Axie can be a separate class. There are separate classes in the game. I think there are 10 classes in total. Almost every team needs to have a tank, and as you can see in the main picture right here, this green guy is a plant class, which is a tank. That is almost a must in every team in Axie Infinity. Now we will see when we go to the gameplay phase that Axie Infinity has an adventure mode, which is PvE, so player versus environment, and also has an arena mode, which is PvP, so player versus player. And also in arena, I heard that there can be some meta combos right now that don't really use plants. Well, I'm not really there yet. I don't know what is good and what is bad for arena right now. What I can tell you is that the complexity of this apparently simple game is really real, and it's really worth looking into it. Now, how do you get started with the game? Well, they have on their side they have a really simple process that you need to complete in order to play Axie Infinity. Of course, this is just the technical aspect. You will need MetaMask, and you will need also some funds. Then you will need to create your Ronin wallet similarly to the MetaMask account. You will need to deposit Ethereum to the Ronin account, but just be careful. If you deposit Ethereum to Ronin directly, they might be lost. So you need to have two steps when you deposit. So from your Binance, for example, to MetaMask, and from MetaMask to Ronin. This way you are sure that you will be receiving the correct amount of Ethereum in your account. So once everything is done, you will get access to the game. And now I will show you the game really fast. It's not the point of the video, but I want to show it anyway, because you need to see the whole aspect of this project. So now we are in the actual Axie Infinity game. As you can see, it's a very, very basic and childlike game that is meant to be extremely simple and fun. It is available on mobile phone for Android, and for Apple it is still in the test flight version, which means a beta version of the game. And as you can see, not a lot of buttons here, not a lot to do, except you have adventure and arena mode. Now before you start, of course, you need to create a team. So you have the option to create a new team. This is my current team, and as you can see, it has 3 axes, a plant, an aquatic one, and a beast. And they all have skills. Each of them have skills that we can use in game. Let me see how I can show you the skills. Axes right here. So we need to sync axes in order to synchronize with the site itself. So with the Axie Infinity Marketplace, where you have your account connected with the Ronin wallet, and right here you will have your axes, and if you look at the details, you can see what they have as features. So these are all traits that they can inherit from their parents. Like I said, there are genes that need to be watched for when choosing your Axie and when creating your team. Now, there are 2 types of Axie you will need to chase. One would be for breeding. So for breeding, you will need pure genes, and for gaming, for playing, for gaining SLP, you can also start with pretty cheap axes that have a lot of mixed genes. The main point when playing to win would be that your team needs to be as efficient as possible in order to gain the max SLP that you want. Now, I will just go into a quick game just to show you how it runs. So basically, you have levels. You know this from other mobile games. You have levels that you need to advance to in order to gain more SLP, more XP, and just advance in the game. You also have energy. So energy means that you are able to start a game with 1 energy. they're a bit buggy on this aspect right now. And if we read the information tab on energy, we can see that each adventure or arena battle costs 1 energy. So we need to spend energy, which is gained automatically every 6 hours in my case, because I have 3 to 9 axes in my portfolio. If you have more axes, you get more energy, of course, in 3 hours, 2 hours. So energy is like a currency that you get from the game every day in order to be able to play. So I will start with the first one because it's the most simple, and I don't want to go very in depth on the game and on the gaming part because it's not my main focus, but I wanted to show it anyway. So we are going to start this game. Really simple. So you can see this is my team right here. This is the opposing team, which is the environment, so the computer. And these are my cards. As you can see, each card has in the upper part, the red part is the damage, the lower part is the shield that it will gain when you activate this card. So these 3 cards are related to the aqua guy, so aquatic guy, this guy. This card is related to the beast guy, so we get a highlight on that guy. And the green cards are related to my tank plant, which is the first one. So I will just select some random cards. As you can see, we also spend a different type of energy right here for each card that we spend. And I end my turn. They do their thing, they will attack, and after the opposing team will attack also. So they all attack. Okay, just moving as fast as possible because it's the first level. No energy. Yeah, in any case, you will see a lot of videos on how to play the game exactly. Not really patient with this kind of stuff right now. I just wanted to see what's in the game so I can understand better how internal resources are spent and how they can affect the market. But the general idea is that you have some cards. Each card is given to each Axie in regards to his traits that he inherits from his parents. So this is the game. Now we are going to move to the marketplace and we are going to see what we can do and what types of investments we can make in this game. And you will also gain some understanding that with time, AXS and SLP will only gain value if the game continues to grow as it did in the last 2-3 months. So now we are going to look at the marketplace and the inventory that we have in our account. So I'm now connected on my account, my Ronin account, and this is all I have in the inventory. This is the investment I made for fun also, but most importantly to understand what is going on with this market, with the asset itself. So there are 2 ways of making money in this game. One is for people that have a lot of time and not a lot of money, and people like, let's say in countries where wages are really low. This involves playing the actual game for SLP that you will resell after for your profit. Just so you know, the average player right now is making about 200 SLP per day. And 200 SLP per day right now is, let's pop out the calculator. So 200 times 0.35, the average. So they get about $70 per day while playing Axie Infinity. Well, this is not that bad, you know, for someone that has time and has maybe multiple teams where they have more energy. They can spend all day and potentially make even $300-$500 per day. So this means that people that have time and that want to play the game, they can. Now on the other side we have the investors, and this is what I'm getting interested in, because well, the investors, also called as managers, can do two things. One, you breed axes. For breeding axes you will need to buy the best axes you can buy for the amount that you want to invest. In my case, I want to focus on breeding plants, so I bred already 2 plants. I already sold 1 axis in profit, just so you know, I've been I've been documenting this project for less than a week, and I already sold my first Axie in profit, which is very good. Now I'm not super hyped about it, but it's getting me more and more interested, you know. So I can breed axes, and I can turn them into a profit. Of course, the higher the purity, the better the results, because you will be able to sell them for more. Now, of course, they go for a lot of Ethereum right now. I think I will show you the marketplace after. So breeding, one of the options. There are a lot of tutorials online on how you can breed them. There are 2 main schematics on how you can breed them, because you cannot breed parents with the children. You need to, and neither can the siblings breed together. You need to breed different ones. So for example, you need to start with 3 axes if you want to do an ABC type of breed farm, or you can start with 4 axes of the same type if you want to start breeding with a ABCD type of farm. So there are some schematics on how you can breed them. Not going to go very in depth about it, but yeah, you can see that it is getting pretty complex. So now you can see that I have a mouse over hover dialog box right here, and this comes from the Freaks Axie extension that I have talked about earlier, and the Chrome extension, and it really shows you all the genes of a given Axie in this box right here. So as you can see, we have 3 lines of genes. D is the dominant gene, R1 is the recessive 1 gene, and R2 is the second recessive gene that an Axie can get. So right here, what I read about is that, of course, the dominant gene is the most powerful. Then you have the recessive 1 and recessive 2, and the differences between R1 and R2 is only about 3%. So so if you guys search for the purest axes, you might want to take a look at the recessive genes of maybe inferior ones that cost way less, and that can allow you to breed for less money, because you paid less for the parent Axie, without looking for the perfect genes, you know. Of course, having 100% pure Axie is ideal, but they cost a lot right now. I looked, and they are around, depends on the class, but they are around, they can go at around 0.6 Ethereum or up. I found the 0.6 Ethereum one yesterday, but yeah, for now I'm just testing, not that hyped to go that high into the game, but it can be worth it, basically. Okay, so I used these 3 in the game so I could test. I also used these two as a breeder. Breeding is really simple. You select one axie, you click on breed, you select the second axie that you want to. If you want to have pure genes, you select the same class. In this example, they are both plants. And you have the cost in SLP, and you have the cost in AXS. So AXS, this was added recently. It wasn't there wasn't a breeding fee in AXS until not so long ago, and this also contributes to the growth of the price of AXS. So you can see that we are being thrown into this game, and we come up with the information that can help us understand why this happens right here. So people are getting interested in the game. They are buying AXS because they want to breed and do stuff, and of course the price goes up. So the economy that they have thought about is really interesting, and on the long run, I repeat, I think the project will do very, very well. So this is on my Axies. Now let's go to the marketplace, which is extremely full and active, and well, you can spend hours right here, and let's select, for example, a plant. You have a very, very good filter right here that allows you to filter out the axes that you do not want. For example, when I search, I also search for axes that have a breed count of 0. Breed count of 0 means virgin axes, and that means that you pay the first tier of SLP for breeding them. The more breeds they have, they can have a maximum of 7. The more breeds they have, the more it costs to breed 2 axes. That's why it's good to start at 0, and then you can go. There are some resources online that allow you to draw a graph on how high you can go with breeding on a given axie in order to be profitable, because the offspring that you get from your axes will be then sold on the market, and if you sell them at a loss, it doesn't make any sense. So usually people stop at around 4, and then they sell their parent axes and they continue with their offspring. So of course, the pureness means how pure their genes are. You have 88, you have 83. The higher the number, the better. Ideally, you should go for somewhere around 95 plus. Now, this is not always possible, and you can even get 96% purity from parents that are 93 or even 88. This is what I read in some documentation. Now, yeah, of course, these are the classes. Then there are the parts that are that each axie can have in its arsenal, and the stats. Of course, each axie has stats. I'm not going to go really in detail right here because it doesn't really have much impact on the price of AXS, which is the main topic of this video. So yeah, the marketplace is the place where people exchange their axes, is the place where people that breed axes make a lot of money. Now I'm gonna talk about another option that is available for investors, because there are 2 for investors and 1 for the people that have a lot of time. We have already talked about it. So the second option for the investors would be to create teams of 3 axes that are very good in the game, in adventure mode or arena, and give them to people that have the time to play. This is called, in the AXIE Infinity world, a scholarship. So you have a manager that has the money to buy the teams, and you have a scholar that doesn't have the money to buy that team or to play a good team of axes because they are so expensive right now, but he has the time to play. And what people are doing right now, they are splitting the profits 50-50. So the scholars get 50% of the SLP that they farm, and the managers get the same thing. This helps them in turn, helps managers in turn grow their breeding farm, because usually they do both things at the same time. And it's a win-win for everyone. And you can get scholars and a lot of applications on the Discord channel of AXIE Infinity. Very good Discord channel where people really try to help you. And yeah, now there are cases of people that are doing breeding and also SLP farming. They have scholars, like 10 plus scholars working for them, which means 10 plus teams, which means like 60 axes or something like that. Those kinds of people are making more than $70,000 per week with breeding and with SLP farming. So guys, it's not a kid's game, and it's really worth getting into it, because now we know that you can possibly make profits in the game if you do it the right way. Of course, I would never play the game for SLP. I don't have the time. But on the other hand, I might be interested in creating a farm and some scholarships, you know. On the other hand, you know what's happening in the game, you will know what's happening with the tokens. So we know what will happen in the real market. We know what will happen with SLP. We know what will happen with AXS. So guys, I think that I gave you my main ideas squeezed into a video right now, a single video. It is long, but there are a lot of informations. Of course, there are a lot of AXIE Infinity related videos online, but I wanted to take this aspect that no one talks about. How do we correlate what is happening in game with the charts? So it's a pleasure for me, because we don't really get to do this in cryptocurrency trading a lot, and I wanted to have some fundamental analysis on something that is tangible and that we can then quantify in trades on our accounts and on our trading signals group. So yeah, guys, this is all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you really liked the video. If you really liked the video, please like, subscribe if you want, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to write in a comment or on Telegram or DM me. I'm here to share my Axie knowledge for this. Thank you, and have a nice day.